Hi there, my name is Richard McMunn from the interview training website passmyinterview.com, and in this tutorial I am going to teach you how to answer the difficult interview question, tell me about a time you had a conflict at work. So if you have a job interview coming up for any role or for any organisation whatsoever, there is a strong possibility they will ask you this question, and how you respond to it could be the difference between success or failure at your interview. So to help you succeed and to help you answer it correctly, this is what I will cover. I will tell you why the interviewer is asking you the question, tell me about a time you had a conflict at work. I will give you 3 essential tips for answering this question with confidence. I will then give you 3 brilliant answers that you can use in your job interview, and I will also give you more answers to common interview questions to help you succeed at your job interview. And just very quickly, please do make sure you subscribe to this channel. Lots of you are passing your job interviews as a result, and I don't want you to miss out. You can also connect with me on LinkedIn. I've put my LinkedIn link in the description below the video, and it's always great to connect with like-minded professionals such as yourself. And please give the video a like, because that tells me you enjoy the content and that motivates me to create more for you. Thank you very much. So why is the interviewer asking you the question, tell me about a time you had a conflict at work? There are 2 reasons. Reason number 1, we all experience conflict at some stage during our careers. But how you respond to it is indicative of your strength of character and your maturity. So we have to show in our answer to this question that we responded positively to the conflict and we tried to resolve it in a calm manner. Now, the interviewer wants to hear that you were the person who tried to resolve the conflict for the sake of your team and for the organisation. Let me now give you 3 important tips for answering this question with confidence, and I will then give you the 3 sample answers, and you can use one of them in your interview. Tip number 1. Explain how you were the person who tried to resolve the conflict you were experiencing. So we want to demonstrate to the interviewer that we recognise there was conflict and we understood how important it was to try and resolve it quickly. Tip number 2. While trying to resolve the conflict that you were experiencing, show that you remained calm and that you put the needs of the organisation first. So always be calm, always be professional, do not react in a defensive manner, and always try and resolve it. That's very, very important. Tip number 3. My advice is to use a STAR technique when structuring your answer to this question. And the STAR technique is situation, task, action, and result. So you start off and you tell the interviewer the situation you were in. You then briefly outline the task that needed doing. You then go into detail about the action you took, and you finish off with the result of your actions. So always remember, when answering the question, tell me about a time you had a conflict at work, use the STAR technique: situation, task, action, and result. Let me now show you the STAR technique in action when answering the question, tell me about a time you had a conflict at work. I will give you 3 sample answers. Here is the first one. When I started work in my previous role, I was keen to make a positive impression. During the first team meeting I attended, I started putting forward some ideas that would help the team, but a senior member of staff kept talking over me. He was dismissive of my suggestions. Now, whilst I don't like conflict, I believe it needs to be sorted out quickly for the sake of the team. I saw it as my responsibility to try and resolve the conflict and to build a good working relationship with the person who was dismissing my ideas. Now, after the meeting, I went over to speak to him in private. I asked him in a calm manner if I had done anything to upset him. I said that I couldn't understand why he kept talking over me during the team meeting. I went on to explain that I was here to help the team and that I wanted to learn from other people who were more experienced than me, such as himself. Now, he appeared quite shocked that I had challenged him about the conflict, and he apologised for coming across the way he had done during the meeting. He assured me it wouldn't happen again, and from that day forward we got on very well and we built up a good working relationship. So that is a great answer, because you are recognising there is conflict, you are resolving it at the right time after the meeting, and you gain a successful outcome, and that's important. Here is my second example answer to the difficult interview question, tell me about a time you had a conflict at work. Here we go. I was in the work canteen one lunchtime and I overheard a member of staff from a different department making derogatory comments about a female member of staff who wasn't present. I am a strong believer in respect for others, and I don't think it's acceptable to speak badly of other people. I saw it as my responsibility to uphold the values of the organisation, and so I decided to challenge him. I went over to the table where he was sitting and I said in a calm but confident manner that those types of remarks were not welcome in the organisation, and that I felt it was unfair that he spoke in a derogatory manner about a person who was not there to defend themselves. He abruptly told me to mind my own business, but I went on to explain that if he continued to speak in that manner, I would report him to the head of the department. Now, he didn't say another word, but later on that afternoon, he came up to me in the office and he apologised. He said that upon reflection, he was wrong for saying what he had done and that he would change his behaviour moving forward. So that's a really good example of you upholding the values of an organisation, challenging someone calmly but confidently, and again, achieving a successful outcome. Here is the next answer. Tell me about a time you had a conflict at work. I was taking part in a team meeting to discuss a new project we were about to start collaborating on. It was our responsibility as a team to come up with innovative ways to promote a client's new website that was launching soon. Now, we started off by going round the table and everyone in the team put forward their ideas. My suggestion involved using a combination of Facebook and Google pay-per-click adverts that were targeted towards the type of people who would be interested in the client's products. I was convinced my idea would work because I had experience of using these advertising methods in the past. However, two team members strongly disagreed with me. They wanted to try local newspaper advertising. Now, I tried to persuade them that this was a bad idea because it was impossible to track the results. The conversation was starting to get heated, and so I decided, for the sake of the team and to diffuse the conflict, to agree with their idea on the basis that if it didn't work, we could revisit my suggestion again. We went ahead and tried the newspaper adverts for a 4-week period, and as I anticipated, the results were poor. We then switched over to my previous suggestion, and we were able to provide exceptional results for the client, which was a great result for the team. So that's a really good answer. It's clever because it's showing that you don't want the conflict. You recognise that it holds a team back, so you are willing to compromise in that situation, but state that if it doesn't work, we can try your method. And then you did, and it was a great result for the team. Now, if you would like a copy of these slides and the answers, and also more great answers to tough interview questions, 21 in fact, make sure you click that link in the top right hand corner of the video. It will take you through to my website, passmyinterview.com, and you can download these slides, additional bonus slides, and my 21 great answers to tough interview questions in a PDF guide. So you can have these slides and the guide within your inbox within 2 minutes from now. It's a great resource for helping you pass your interview. I hope you've enjoyed that. Please don't forget to subscribe. Connect with me on LinkedIn. My LinkedIn link is in the description below the video. And please give the video a like. Thank you very much for watching, and I wish you all the best for passing your interview. Have a brilliant day.